API track.
Right. Oh, wow.
Team gifted.
Yeah. Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Is this place for judges?
Oh no.
So you are presenting Rapid API, right? For the partners.
Oh no. Actually, we are not presenting it. Like I guess like you guys are like present your idea.
Yeah,
And
but
we are
like,
just.
but you personally represent Rapid API partner, right?
Oh, I guess Jed gonna do that.
Jed,
So
okay.
right. But I gonna just like record all the.
Okay.
Okay, the final pitch session is going to start right now, and the after party is going to start at 6:30 p.m. Is that all right? Woohoo! Can we get a woohoo? All right, MC, take over.
So, everybody, I'm excited to see the final pitches of this hackathon. So, just some last information. You can all participate in voting for the grand winner of this hackathon, Tokyo Junction 2019. So, after the final pitches, there will be information displayed to vote for the grand winner. Also, you can participate in the Q&A, so don't be afraid to ask questions in those 2 minutes. So, without further ado, let's start with the first presentation by Thera.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so I'd like to first begin by thanking everybody that came to this hackathon and the judges as well. It's honestly great. We didn't expect to get this far. It's a great privilege for us to even be out here. So with that, I'd like to start by introducing our product Thera. So I'd like to begin by kind of giving a little bit of our motivation behind it. So we believe that mental health is a serious societal issue that isn't addressed or cared about or handled appropriately or just cared about enough within society. And we believe that if you look at the statistics, even in Japan, it's been estimated that 1 in 4 adults suffer from mental illness. And most of them don't receive treatment. And we believe it's from 2 reasons. So I'd like to go through them quickly. So number 1 is the negative social stigmas that go around the mental illnesses in general. The symptoms are difficult to quantify. It's difficult to diagnose, so therefore it's kind of hard to take seriously. The second is that many people that suffer mental illnesses don't really have the means to access or don't know how to cope with these conditions, and so therefore we target these two these 2 key points in our product. So can we go to the next slide? So, one before. So this is our index page. So it's a little vague. It's almost kind of like Google-esque. So it's asking you, how are you feeling? So in this in this text box, you can put in anything. It's essentially kind of treated like a journal. So if you put in anything here, it says, today I finished building Thera at Junction Tokyo 2019. I feel great. So if you submit this, can you next slide please? So it brings you to the dashboard. So what this does is it's utilizing rapid APIs, numerous APIs to analyze this, perform sentiment analysis and emotion analysis on the text that was inputted, and curate a specialized media to make you specifically feel better. And this is context aware. That's the point. So you can see here, so you can see here that there's music corresponding to happiness. So you could say that the text that was input was pretty happy. And you can see a quote. And if you actually scroll down in the web page, there's also books, movies, and other relevant media. Now if you go to the next slide, please. Now let's say the input was a little different. The tone is a lot darker this time. So in this case, next slide, please. So now you can notice that the palette, the color palette is cooler. It's more empathetic, passionate, compassionate. And then also the quote has changed. The music has changed. The article links have changed. So this is all context aware. This is all leveraging the power of Rapid API's API directory and also AI in order to assist, specifically target people with mental illnesses. Next slide, please. So also, right now it's almost kind of like a curated social media, but we also want to provide direct access to medical help, medical expertise. So essentially, this is what, by clicking Getting Help, it locates you and then finds doctors near you to provide direct access. Okay, next slide, please. So I just like to kind of conclude my pitch by saying thank you, and honestly, this isn't ironic. We really do love working and figuring out Rapid API. And also, thank you for the privilege of letting us come up here to be finalists. Thank you. So with that, I'll take any questions. So it's a little hard to see with the lights, but okay. If there's no questions, then I think I will pass it back to the MC. Thank you.
Thank you, Thera. So, for our next presentation, it will be held by Gifty. Round of applause, please.
Good evening. Hello, hackers.
Wow.
Hello. Yeah. So, I'm representing Team Avengers and we are Gifty. Next slide, please. Next slide. So, before beginning, I want to ask us a very simple question. How many of you have trouble choosing a gift, a perfect gift for one of your friends, or a Tinder date, or any of your colleagues in Secret Santa? Can you please raise your hands? Yeah, I can see many raising hands, so that's a big issue. Don't worry, we have Gifty to the rescue. Please, next slide. Yeah, so Gifty will save time in knowing the other person's interest, and it will guide you and it will give you recommendations on the basis of other person's interest to suggest a gift for him or her. And it will resolve the confusions we have, because it's a very big confusion to considering the budget, the event, and all those kinds of things to choose the perfect gift. Next slide, please. So, what is Gifty? Gifty is a gift recommendation system. What we require? So, our system requires just two things: the email ID and the Twitter handle of the person to whom you want to gift. So, what we do is, next slide, please. So, currently, the tech stack which we are using is, we are using Rakuten Rapid API platforms, Grade API, Full Contact API, Keyword API, and Rakuten Item Search API. And we have built the assist platform on Node.js as a chatbot as of now. Next slide. So it's a platform independent. Since it's a chatbot, it can be integrated in Facebook Messenger, Telegram, and eventually in web and iOS and Android platforms as well. Next slide, please. So here is a basic demo that I would like to show. Yeah, can you play the video? So basically, the chatbot will ask what is the next person's Twitter handle, just that, and you have to give the Twitter handle, and it will give you suggestions based on that Twitter handle. It will scrap all these tweets, all his activity, and it will give you the Grade API and the Full Contact API in the backend. Will figure out what are the next person's interests, like if the person likes traveling, if he likes food, is he like, or whatever interest, and on the basis of that, the interest which we get, we are mapping them into the categories for shopping the products, and then using Rakuten Item Search API, we are querying and giving you the most recommended and top rated items which are relevant that we can give to the next person. Yeah. So this is the demo. And using Gifty, we are the advertising strategy as well. Like as we suggest the gifts, we can earn through affiliate marketing. And so it's a win-win situation for all of us. The person who wants to gift, the person who wants to receive the gift, obviously, and everyone. Like it's a win-win situation. So I think Gifty is a very good solution to end all of your confusions for making a perfect gift and giving it to the next person. So happy gifting. That's it from Team Gifty. Any questions? Yeah, please. Yeah. I cannot hear you properly. Can you just come on? Yeah, so your basic question is like, are we going to train the model or something? Yes, for example, if you are a partner with me, chocolate, or you can just sell the chocolate, or you also don't care about that, yeah, in the next steps, we'll ask for the user preferences as well. Like if you know a certain aspect of the person you want to gift, then you can put in those details and we'll modify the recommendations based on that. So I think, is that? Okay, thank you. Any other question?
Why did you choose Twitter and not Facebook or Instagram?
I can please.
And why did you choose Twitter?
Twitter, yeah, basically because currently this in hackathon we have to use the Cred API and that demands for Twitter handle. But in next stages we are planning to integrate more of the social media platforms like Facebook or LinkedIn, so that we can get more personalized interest of that particular user, and then we can provide even better recommendations of the kids. So that would be very helpful if we can integrate all of the social medias. But we initially at this stage we integrated just with Twitter. Yeah. Any other questions? So happy gifting from Team Gifty. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Gifty. So our final pitch for this track will be by Hack English from YouTube.
Hello guys, and thank you. Slide s'il vous plaît, please. So we are the team I mentioned. We are a team of 3 people, and from marketing, design, front and back end, we work hard for our first hackathon to give you this service today, please. So for a huge number of people, YouTube is the basic point to learn English. It was the case for me and for a lot of people. But it's a real pain to learn English in YouTube, via YouTube, because you have to maybe pick the transcription and go back and forth to different websites to translate, and it's not a good experience. And what if we could do better? What if we could in one screen give you the translation and many features to learn English? And what if we could do this in 2 days, please? So first of all, you can just pick a random curated content that we provide in our iOS application, please. And then you have the video on top, and we gather the transcript of this video. And before you had to go back and forth to different websites, but with this application, you just double tap to one word, and we pick via Rapid API the definition of the word, if it's a noun, an adjective, some example, the pronunciation, and you can have a live text-to-speech from the Microsoft API that can give you a better feeling of how to pronounce this word if you don't know. You can have like better information about an example, and we have a roadmap about this. We have so many features we want to add, like machine learning to give you a lot more powerful learning experience in English. Please. You also can add word and video to your bookmarks, so you can check them later. And if you you don't remember something, you can just pick in your bookmarks. And we also, to enhance the learning process, we also provide via the OneSignal API push notifications. So when you don't use the app, we send you a push notification to tell you, hey, do you remember this word? And you can click on the notification, check back the definition, the example, the pronunciation, and learn English in a better way. So, this is not just a prototype. We worked a lot for 2 days, and we will give you better than a prototype. For us, it's a service. We have defined a good roadmap about it, and we really want to give people a better English experience, to learn English, and to not lose the motivation they have to, it's difficult to learn with YouTube. With this application, you just double tap a word and you can learn. So, please, next slide. I want to introduce that this application is on test flight version 1, so if any people want to help us to review it, to send your feedback, we'll be really grateful. So it's not just a prototype, it will be your service. So learning English is great, but with us it's better. Thank you very much. So if you have some question, I will be happy to answer. No question? It was so amazing. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, English from YouTube. So for our second track, AI for Humanity, our first pitch will be by Picatel. So round of applause, please.
Hi all, my name is Sidak and Team Picatel. The Team Picatel will proudly announce our bleeding edge, state-of-art, very new AI-powered device named Picatel. This one. Actually, she is the mother of this Picatel. Please, that's right. Can you turn on the right of this Picatel? Okay, so let me explain the concept of our product, Picatel. Yeah, this one. Well, this is of course for children. Children, especially for smaller ones, like 3 years old or 5 years old. They learn many things every day at a very rapid, amazing speed. But sometimes they learn good things as well as something bad manner, bad behavior, bad habit. It is sometimes difficult for their parents to watch what they are doing. Sometimes their parents, their children might learn something very wrong habit. So, but also the problem is that the children might not listen to what their parents tell. However, if their favorite toy, like this one, tells them not to do it, then they will listen. So learn the appropriate behavior using Picatel. This is the concept of our product. So let us show you the demonstration of this Picatel. Okay. We didn't expect this situation, but we tried not using the demonstration video. Well, suppose that he is one of my kids, 5 years old, and he he's playing alone. Maybe he's watching YouTube, and unconsciously he sometimes pick his nose like this. Then Picatel tells him not to do so by lighting the red LED. After a while, he then bite his nails like this. Then Picatel tells him not to do so by lighting the yellow LED. And then he's still watching YouTube, and he got into too much attention to YouTube. Then he began to frown, wrinkle between the eyebrows, like this. Then Picatel tells him not to do so by lighting the blue light. Can you see this one? Yeah. This is the our product, Picatel. Thank you. Thank you for. So I'm out of time, but any questions, please? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Picatel. Our second pitch for AI for Humanity will be by MedEasy.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lando. I'm part of the team here at MedEasy, and I hope I will give you a good presentation today. So medication can be transformative in terms of shaping health outcomes. It has the ability to alleviate symptoms, reduce diseases, and burdens, and overall well-being. However, if you take medicine in the wrong dosages or in the wrong amounts, it can become detrimental to your health, and in some cases even fatal. Yeah. So 75% of people, adults in America, actually don't know how to read medical diagnosis. What that basically means is that someone might accidentally take 2 dosages instead of taking 1 daily. 75% folks. And that's exaggerated by most adults don't actually even know how much percentage of doses they're giving to their own children. And this is not only located in America, this is a global phenomenon. In places such as Africa, Asia, or even other developing countries around the world, the UN estimates 750 million people are illiterate. That means 750 million people potentially are taking medicine in the wrong way and are high at risk. And if we look on the other side, how much is this costing the industry? I'm just giving you two examples here. One in America and one in UK. It costs the industry annually an average of $1 billion in losses through insurance and claims through medical health. So our question then is, how do we create a platform for patients to easily understand and follow medical prescriptions that are accessible, culturally, contextually sensitive, and most importantly, trustworthy? First thing we looked at was pictograms. So what we're interested in is taking the text and using visual medias. This is statistically proven to actually improve the understanding on how to take that medicine. But if you look to the right, this is currently what you have. And this is actually set on the standards by the WHO, and of course, depending on the districts and specific country, it's a format that has to be followed. So basically, if you want to put images on your medications, you can't, because you'd have to go through the FDA, and as we all know, that's going to take a long time to actually get accepted. So our proposal is then to leverage the power of machine learning to actually transfer this image, this information, into information they can understand. And how are we doing that? With Made Easy. Made Easy is a platform that offers translation, analysis, and of course schedules your health dosages. And this is how we're going to do it. I'll introduce you to our friend Yuki. He puts in his basic information, his age, and of course his sex, and his height, and his allergies. After that, he's going to take a picture of the medication he's taking, and what our API does, our program does, is it extracts the dosage as well as the frequency and also the name of the product. What it does after that is that it translates it into the information you've seen, so he actually understands what's going on. But we're going to push it a bit further there, because what we want to do is that we also want to help healthcare providers. So, all the information we're gathering here is we're going to put in a feedback loop. So, our friend Yuki can then tell us whether the information he's receiving is something he understands. If he doesn't understand it, we're going to build that data with local communities so that we are also improving the healthcare sector as well. And lastly, what happens if Yuki's got an allergy? Don't worry, we've got you covered, my friend Yuki. We're going to put up a notification which is linked to existing medical database that tells you exactly what's in the medicine you've been taking without you even worrying about it. So don't sweat about that. And, oh, I've got to rush now. But I did cover the basics. So lastly, I'm going to squeeze past this, the competitive advantages, because you know we're awesome. And the strategy of it. But the last thing I do want to say in closing about MediHealth is that we truly believe it's an application that's accessible, contextually sensitive, and most importantly, trustworthy. Because we do believe in the health of our people, our nations, and most importantly, our friends. Thank you very much for today, and thank you. And lastly, we'll open up for questions, Q&As. So if anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Yes, gentleman in the back. Sorry.
I guess I can make a question from here, you can just return for this. So I have a question, and it's a common question, and it's actually a serious one. So most of the things you have spoken in many medicines, in many countries, have been a standard. For example, the European Union has their own system of labels, their own system, etc. So my question is that, first, you're going to enter into a market, so you need to make somehow, to find a way to make people to accept this app or this application. That's not really relevant, but my question is that, if those people are not able to understand the normal labeling, the normal support, how are you going to actually involve them? How are you going to actually make sure they are understanding your group? I mean, what kind of efforts to make accessible are you going to employ?
Thank you very much for your answer. Well, the process basically is what you have to do is effectively prototype the user interface. When it comes to literature and literacy in terms of words and knowledge, the idea of pictogram is already established information. So the idea then is to make the process as simple as possible. So each country might have a different interpretation of words and images. I think that's inclining what you meant. What we will actually do then is that we prepare the program for a specific context. And we'll try it over a week of maybe a couple of months, a couple of years, and actually learn over time, and then improve our program. So what we've actually built into our case study and our development of this process is that actually taking time to develop a citizen-driven development of the process. So it's a ground-up project of understanding that information and of course working with the local community so they understand how to use the application. And is there anyone else? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Medizi. As our final pitch for AI for Humanity, it will be presented by Tracker.
Good evening, guys. So, to begin our presentation, I would like to tell you a story of a really cool dog. During the 9/11 attack, a dog named Tracker leads the rescue workers to the last survivor beneath the rubble. This dog captured the hearts of people and was then recognized as the most clone-worthy dog. And identifying individuals caught up in disasters such as the 9/11 attack and natural disasters like earthquakes and tsunamis has been really very challenging, especially if you want to connect them with their loved ones and communities. Social media has been used to create crowdsourced missing person registries, but there's a problem with the privacy and the reliability of information. That's why we created Tracker, your search and rescue buddy. Inspired by the dog Tracker, we wanted to create a social innovation service focusing on missing persons using the latest AI technologies. Next slide. So, the problem that we want to solve is accessibility, reliability, and privacy. And how we tackle this is, first, to create an easy-to-use web application. Why web? Because it's very easy to access compared to native mobile applications. A friendly, reliable AI agent using face matching, and an SMS notification with a two-way confirmation system. We decided to go for the SMS notification because during disasters, you don't have to access the internet all the time. Next slide.
Okay, so I'm going to explain about the flow of our system. So we created a web application wherein we have two main users. One will be the one who are looking for the missing person, and another will be the one who actually found that missing person. So in case I'm the one who found the missing person, I would tap on found, take a picture of the missing person, and then, okay. And upon taking a picture of the missing person, I would need to input where we are for the location. And another one would be, we need to input our phone number over there. And upon clicking on send, please. Okay, so upon clicking on send, the images will be uploaded in the AWS S3 bucket, and it would be, a worker will be triggered in order to process the images. We use the Culinary API in order to process the images. What it does is that it removes the background to reduce the noise, and it also detects the face and crops it, and it would be sent to the Rapid API face-to-face API. And from there, sorry. And it there will be a matching algorithm, and once there's a very high accuracy of the photo, it would send a notification. I mean, it would send a backend that okay, there's a match. And after that, the backend would call the Nexmo API in order to send the two-way SMS notification. Next slide, please. Okay, so here's the sample of the flow of the SMS. So for the searcher, okay, it would be informed like, okay, we found someone that would match your search, and please wait for a while until the reporter will need to confirm and to give a consent in order to release the information for privacy purposes. And upon clicking the confirmation, it will send the general information about the missing person. So this is sample data. It's in Tokyo, age 60, and it's a male. So that's the basic flow. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you very much for listening, for your time. And yeah, special thanks from our tracker agent. Have a good day. Any questions? Okay, question from the audience? Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just thinking about the legal point of view. Would it be possible to get online certification, because actually it is not allowed to look up my telephone number. So if you search people by picture, you make somebody maybe
About the number? I'm sorry, were you like asking about the number? Okay, for data security, of course it would be stored in our database that's also handled by AWS RDS. And for that, of course, in the future development, we would like to release some privacy terms and agreement about that. So I think for the future process, it would be like some improvement that we can actually incorporate in the application. Did it answer your question? Okay, thank you. Any other questions from the audience? No more? Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tracker. That concludes our second track, AI for Humanity. So, for final track, the first presentation, the first pitch will be presented by Trash Hunt.
Hello guys, we're Trash Hunt, and we're going to present our web app today. And what we thought was global warming is a very up in the air thing right now, and it's very actual. So we wanted to make an app that would try to combat some of the problems that are very important to us right now. Next slide, please. So we found out that if it was easier to do recycling, 9 out of 10 people would actually do it. By that, we came up with our app, Trash Hunt. Next slide. And Trash Hunt is a forum for people who want to pass on their possession and their items. So instead of just throwing out their things, they can easily take a picture of and post it and give it a description, so anyone who might actually want it can pass it over. So let's say we have 2 roles in Trash Hunter, and the one that has the thing we call a giver, and the giver would, let's say, have a spare bike that they don't need. So they would take a picture of it, give a description, and put it out in our catalog. And somebody that we call a taker might actually go and find a bike and say, okay, I want this one, and they'll meet up, and then they pass on the bike, instead of it being thrown out in the junkyard, and this way we'll reduce the waste. Next slide, please. So this way we're actually making it sexy and fun to do, to be environmentally aware, and this way combating global warming. Next slide, please. And for future work, we were trying to implement achievements and events to make it even more fun to do it. And this way, people would gain points and become super hunters and super mega hunters and so far. So it really gives you incentive to do it. Next slide, please. And Yuki will talk a little about the technology.
Okay, I will talk about a little bit about the tech part, and I will show how cloud will benefit us in this application with 2 big points. Like, one point is the image auto tagging using the image recognition, and the second part is the image optimization. And for the image recognition, as you can see, for this application you have to publish an image. And for publish an image you need a description title, but sometimes it's lazy to do it, so we use the auto tagging to tag the image and show it. And the second part, the image optimization, which you felt that the internet is so slow, so in this place, Cloud pre-process the image and optimize with a compressed rate of 3.0 and made us kind of fast to show images. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
There are many ways to share the things you want to give, like Facebook, Craigslist, and so on. But usually when someone wants to give something, they will find a way to get the things to you. We want to promote to those people who are lazy or do not have the time. We want to make an application that it's fast to use and will not take any more than taking a picture and getting the information. So this is an approach to get the people that are not currently doing on track on doing environmentally friendly things. And of course, getting points and becoming a legend as a trash hunt. Does that answer your question? Thank you.
Is there any other questions? Yeah, please. You on the front.
I have a question. So next year it's going to be 2020 Olympics, and one of the big issues is that you have a lot of international coming to Japan, where recycling policies are very different to what they have at home. And it's one of the big issues, even foreigners I know now, where they're asking, no, look, where's the dustbin? I can't find one. Where do I throw my trash? I would like to ask your perspective moving forward on how your app can also educate people who are coming to Japan for the first time.
Well, that is a great idea. Educating people to help to promote environmental things, I think that it's something that can be implemented in the tool afterwards. We want to promote also the events, because there are moments in your life when you need to get rid of things like on 14th of July. How many people here buy something for their loved ones? Can you raise your hand? Okay, not many. But you then have an ex-girlfriend and this teddy bear you don't want at your house because the ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend gave it to you, and you can pass it over. It can have a second life and be second loved by someone else. So I think it's a great idea to do it, and we should continue to promote to give a second reuse to everything. Thank you. Any other question?
Okay. Okay, we don't have time anymore, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Trashan. Our second pitch will be presented by Cloud DSP.
Hello everyone, my name is Kunal, and this is my teammate Hideo, and we are here to present Cloud DSP. So, show of hands, how many of you have ever created music before? All right, maybe a few people in the crowd. Well, if you have, you probably know that creating music takes a lot of computer power, a lot of storage, and sometimes a lot of money. So here's our solution for that. Cloud Digital Signal Processing, an application that provides sound editing capabilities directly on the cloud. Now you can have all that computer power on the cloud, all the storage, you can have free space for photos you take of your dog on your iPhone, and this is it. So here are some of our current features. Audio source separation, time stretching, pitch shifting, and remixing. But instead of me telling you this, because a lot of these words even I don't understand, let me just show you. So this is our web app. So first, you can take any audio file, any format, and upload it. You can do this on your phone, computer, any device that uploads to the internet. You click on it, make sure it's the right one, and while it's doing that, you go back, you click the effect that you have. There's several effects as I listed before. Click transform, and this will output an audio file. Now, since obviously you're wondering why didn't this have any sound, that's coming soon. So it comes from this. Or not. Experiencing slight technical difficulties. We'll be with you soon. So it goes from this to this. Just gonna do it one more time. So what you see here, we've completely pulled out only the drum sounds, only the percussion from the original audio file with zero no one needs to do anything. It just automatically does that. You can do this for the melody, you can do this for a ton of things, and in 36 hours we have done those 4 features. So how it works, I'm going to pass it off.
Sorry, we're over time, but you can look at the slide, it's pretty self-explanatory. Are we allowed to go over?
Oh no, questions.
Okay, questions, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool, thanks. That's what we're going to talk to you about. So it performs something called a fast Fourier transform, which tells you what the wave is made up of. And another thing it does is it automatically does beat tracking, so it splices the audio track for you, so you don't have to manually adjust the audio track. And it does this through this library in Python called Librosa. So we have 2 backends, and we have an API for just audio manipulation, and an API for our actual web app. Any other questions? Yes? Oh, no, that wasn't a question.
All right, well,
cool, thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Cloud DSP. So, for our final pitch of this hackathon and this night, it will be presented by Arabelle.
Hello everybody, we are Arabelle in Japanese. Arabelle. Next. So we come with a team with the same mission of to change the way of traveling. Next. Think about the traveling we are experiencing all days. We're looking for the pictures on the Instagram for the attractions to decide our next destinations. So we go to destinations and take these pictures back to the Instagram. So this kind of circulation. As a result, everybody takes the same picture. Everybody has the same travel experience. This is what we don't like to see. Next. So we really want to do something deeper. We really want to travel in depth, but it costs a lot. It costs a lot of time to think about, to make the plan. It takes a lot of time to do the research. So how to cut this cost? Next. Introducing Arata, a college student who are really interested in exploring the world and Silicon Valley. Let's think about how to help him. Next. So our solution is to utilize the powerful Cloudinary API and AI to match the travelers like him and the individual like trip organizers together. So like Arata, his college student just to SFO with no community, no friends in Silicon Valley, even without a car. So how he can explore the new world. Next. So let's show the demo of this application. So this is Arata's page. He's seeing this kind of like Silicon Valley garage tour, which is like he can check all the spots of tours and the starting and ending point. So he's saying, okay, this tour is pretty good. So he made a reservation. The tour is provided by Misaki. She's driving and running the tour. And also we can provide a submission function for upload their own tours. With the AI technology and the API of Cloudinary, we can actually grab those kind of key information by AI to generate hashtags to spread into other surrounding users. Next. So furthermore, this is what we think about how human being and AI can be coexistent. So the AI we are using, basically like Amazon, if you are checking camera today, you may have tons of recommendation of camera in the next day. So that's the bubble of restrict us to think about it. The AI just provide the information inside the bubble, so this bubble become very stable. The AI we expect is about something AI can bring out which is new and unexpected. So we can have some more challenges and more options of our lives. So this is our presentation. Thank you. So any questions? No more questions? Okay, we really want to make this as a business after this. So if you're really interested in experience the unique traveling experience, please talk with us in after party. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. So, this concludes our pitching session. And as I promised, you can all participate in voting for the grand winner for this hackathon, Tokyo Junction 2019, by scanning this QR code, which is also posted on Facebook. So please make sure you vote for your favorite, and thank you very much for all your demos. And we will be announcing the final winners as well as the grand winner in a few minutes. So please, thank you very much.
Yeah, it was very good.
Nervous.
Yeah, of course, but your presentation is really good. Is that
No, I'll ask my friends to vote for me.
okay? I cannot use this. Yeah. Now you can vote with the, so based on that vote, and then each of people can pick one finance for each one.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah. So
You guys have 1 more minute to submit your votes using this QR code. Just like 1 more minute.
Oh, no, nothing. I'm just analyzing the facial views. Oh, okay, great. So what do you see? Good. Is it good? I think I'll go home. So you are not going to attend after party?
I'm a bit tired.
Yeah. Because we have after party tomorrow.
Yeah, that's no tired.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for coming this time.
Yeah, thank you.
everybody. I can see you guys are a bit tired. The forum has closed, so let's do a bit of an exercise. So I need you to stand up if what I say is true. This was your first hackathon. Nice. You met someone new this weekend. Nobody? Yeah, that's how we like it. You learned something new, or you used something you've never used before this weekend. No? How do I get you guys? You're male? You're a human male? Still not working? Guys? Okay, everybody just stand up quickly for me and give me some energy. Clap your hands. Wow! Great. Okay, you can sit down. So, thank you guys, everybody, for being here. Thank you for the finalists. Really cool pitches, and I'm excited to hear which one was your favorite. Thank you for the amazing Tokyo team. Really outstanding. Yeah? Okay. So I was told to hurry up. Okay, thank you Tokyo team. Really outstanding event. Cool. Do I have slides? If not, I'll just freeball it. So I'm Juuso from the Finland team. It's kind of our headquarters, and we have several events around the world, including Junction Tokyo. What I'm here to talk about is the main event, which is every year in November in Finland. And what the main prize for Junction Tokyo is golden tickets to the main event. That means we pay for all of your expenses if you travel to the main event, and we help with your flights and just try to make it as easy as possible for you to come to the main event and be with us. Can I have the next slide? Yeah, just quickly, what we do, our whole goal with Junction is to empower people to create with technology and learn new things. Next slide. We try to take away all of your excuses from building awesome projects and doing new things. Next. We can skip this. Next. Or not, it's a cool video. This is from the main event from 2017. So as I was saying, the main event in Finland in November, 1,300 hackers, 300 plus projects every year, and a ton of nationalities, people from all over the world. It's a cool thing. Come there, anybody can apply, and the winner of this main event, or this Junction Tokyo, will get free entry and some extended grants to help travel there. Next slide, please. This is the golden ticket that I was mentioning just now. Next slide. So one last thing. We have a growing community of people from all around the world who are interested in hackathons. Right now it's a Slack channel, which I invite all of you to join. In the future it might be something else, but at least for now this is a good channel to hear about all of our events and talk about your ideas and all the good stuff. So please do join, and I believe that's it for me. Next up, the team from Seoul will say a few words about the upcoming Junction X Seoul event, which is going to be super cool. And after that, the main prize and other prize announcements. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, guys. Good evening. I'm Bora from Junction Seoul, and I'm here to introduce you for the upcoming event, which will be held in May. Seoul has developed from the war-torn country to the 12th largest economy in the world, and this growth was led by technology. So we can basically say that our country is a country of hacking, and the whole growing process is kind of like a growth hacking. Our venue is the Yongsan district, because Yongsan is the tech hub of Seoul. Yongsan has more than 5,000 local technology businesses, and there is no limit in prototyping for you guys. We'll provide total 13 types, 24 equipments. And if you want to further develop your prototype, our partner, N15, the hardware accelerator, will be here to help you guys. We have a unique participant demographics. So you can have with more than 100 students from the Korea's top science and technology universities. So you can have the best minds of Korea. What's the meaning of joining Junction without any cool tracks? We have diverse tracks led by top-tier partners with the real-world challenges. Our tracks will be logistics, AI, machine learning, hardware, software, social enterprise, and much more. So you can also seek business and cooperation opportunities in South Korea. Last but not least, we want you to get the most out of the visiting Seoul. So our venue, Yongsan, is surrounded by the diverse and unique Korean culture. And you can visit Imperial Palaces, which will be only 30 minutes away from our venue. And you can also try great food like Korean barbecue. So Seoul is a developed and modern city in harmony with the nature, so you can also visit like kind of mountains. So hack the future at the heart of the global technology powerhouse. I'll see you all guys in May. Thank you for listening.
Sorry about that. Hey guys, I'm Karthik, the head of community relations and marketing at Junction. I'll be taking care of the prize ceremony right now. So, next slide. Okay, so for Hack the APIs, I cordially invite Jed from Rakuten Rapid API to present the prize. With a big round.
Everyone, thanks for having us. It's been a really big pleasure to be sponsoring this big event here in Tokyo. Just to keep things short because we're running behind time. We looked at all the teams. We went to, I think, 20 different teams. It took all afternoon, but totally worth it. Had to make some very tough choices. We had 3 nominations. and ultimately we decided to award the prize to the YouTube team. So come on up. Congratulations, big round of applause.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Dr. API. Next, we have AI for Humanity. I cordially invite Peter from Microsoft onto the stage to announce the prize.
Thank you very much. So, good evening. I think I'm between you guys and the drinks. I better keep it short. Now, first of all, a couple of things I really like about this event. So, an amazing amount of very smart, very talented, very creative people in the room, but also a really nice international flavor. So I met friends from Finland, my wife is from Turku, so hey guys there, from South Africa, from France, from Algeria, and I love the mixture that we can share and learn and kind of really drive each other towards new ways to use technology in really cool environments. So my job is I lead our AI development for Microsoft in Asia, and I love the span of the work I get to experience. So last week I talked with Korean media about a K-pop sentiment analysis application. I work with finance companies in forecasting or manufacturers for quality controls. AI can be used in many different ways. Today we saw how AI can be used to help humanity. And so we had a long discussion amongst the judges, but the team that we chose, because of their impact, I think the applicability, and I think really a great example of AI for humanity, I'd like to invite the Tracker team up on stage, please. Please give a round of applause.
Let's pose for a picture.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. That was amazing. Congratulations, team. Next, we have Tamash from Cloudinary to give away this prize for the Smart Media Track. Tamash, ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause.
Alrighty, so hi guys. Very awesome hack. Experience for me to be here. Like everyone else said before me, it was a very difficult decision to make, but we had to pick one team, unfortunately. Now, if you remember, when I was on the stage before, I said that even though your team is not going to win, you still get a second chance to win Amazon gift cards, so please don't forget that. So if you use Cloudinary and you blog about it or release the demo, you are eligible for a gift card even after this event. But for now, this is going to go to Treasure Hunt.
Kashing, we're done. Woohoo! Big round of applause. next we have the grand prize champion. And I invite my amazing colleague and the CEO of Junction Tokyo, Eriko, up on the dais to hand away this prize. And can we have a big drum roll?
Hello everyone. So this year we tried for the first time ever to incorporate you guys' opinions on the grand prize winner for Junction Tokyo 2019. And luckily we had over 100 submissions in less than 30 seconds almost. And here I would like to also welcome Yuso, which will also cooperate with me in handing over the grand prize winner. Okay, so are you guys ready?
Drum roll! Hakuna Matata!
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Good job, Florian. Good job. Hey guys, so this is Karthik back again. I'd like to take this wonderful opportunity to close this event. So as you've heard from the Junction team, that the Junction is the place where we kill all the excuses that come between an idea and a prototype. So I hope that all of you guys today have had the chance to kill the excuses. And I'd like to finish by borrowing Martin Luther King's words. I have a dream that one day Tokyo shall rise up again with inclusive, diverse, awesome tech products with sleepless hackers like you all. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the volunteers, the venue, and the participants. Please give a big round of applause for yourselves. And all of our partners and sponsors who have partnered with us in kind as well as in cash. Great job, team. And thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks a lot for coming again. I request all the members of the Junction Tokyo team to come up on the stage. Sydney, Aisa, Shreya, come up on stage. Asami, hayakute. So as you can see, it's 5 amazing people with 1 jackass. Come on. So from all of us here at Junction Tokyo, thanks a lot. So yeah, we'll be starting the after party, so please push all the chairs back and come here and dance.